Number 10.
Okay, so for Boston, I could have gone the Cars, tried it. I could have gone Boston, the band, tried it. Can you identify what inspiration I was trying to get out of that one? Boston band. It was Morphine, and it really wasn't. I didn't do a very good job there. I tried. What's your favorite band, though? I should have asked that. What's your favorite band?
Like today or from
your choice. Your choice.
I mean, from Boston,
No, it could be anything. You strike me as a Dave Matthews guy.
Yeah, totally digging Dave Matthews, but I'm a big One Republic fan.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I see you on that. Okay, that's good. Interesting. They're really good. I hear they're very good live.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah. I've heard that. Andrew Graff, CEO, Alan and Garrettson. You said you were an underdog, which I can. That tracks. I think that tracks. Here's the thing on your email signature. It says status quo disruptor. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, challenger of the status quo. The best way to get to know me is don't tell me it's always been done that way, because I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a believer that A&G is always a work in progress. That we are to stay ahead, you have to focus on what's next. You never sort of just settle in, but you sort of challenge it, and it's from big ideas to how we work every day.
Processes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm not, in an environment where you're meant to be messy,
right?
You
can still be messy and have a process and a system. I will tell you.
Yeah. It's always better ways to do things.
Exactly. So the third space, we've talked about this before. It's beautiful. Philadelphia and Boston. I want to talk a little bit about the team, because one of your favorite proverbs, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And when I visited both Boston and Philadelphia, there is a cohesion and a togetherness that is very, very clear there. How do you keep that thing popping all the time?
It's about energy. We fuel with energy and the energy sources, and great work comes from intentionally being together, and what are the right ways to be together to create the best thinking.
Right.
And so we've designed our spaces to allow for intentionally be together, but not just with ourselves, like
right,
clients, with our communities, with our friends, with anybody that wants to hang out with us. We love hosting, so that sort of come join us. We're better together. Just permeates our organization, and it's always been leaned in with in our name. Originally Alan Garrettson, now A&G. The ampersand is the connector. How do you connect this with things together?
Yep. No, I like it. Talent wise, I appreciate that the agency, at the behest of your leadership, you like looking in different places for talent.
We do.
And so talk a little bit about some of the people that you've brought on that have been outside of the advertising business.
A few of those people were in social work. We're social workers, which I love. I love that. Every organization could use probably a social worker and psychologists and all of that. But again, study of people. How do you bring people together? How do you we've had people that have been client side. We have holding company agencies. It goes with the challenging of the status quo. You don't have to do things the same way, and there's always been like fight for talent,
right?
But we kind of just keep propagating ourselves like as an industry.
Yep.
We always look at, what other agencies did somebody work at, and imagine what could happen if all of a sudden somebody didn't go the traditional route.
Mm-hmm.
That's about being entrepreneurial, challenge the norm.
It's
amazing what it brings together.
Yeah, and I think it makes it more interesting, and I think that it's interesting because people will learn from each other from a different vantage point, which ultimately will make people better at what they do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 4A's executive board.
Yes.
Lobbying for better compensation models. You are, we like to say in Boston, you're a freaking monster on that. Talk about what you believe needs to change industry-wide on that front.
Well, no, we as an industry talk a lot about, ideas, and as agencies were expected to continue to grow, and the one thing that hasn't grown is how we're compensated. It's like the hourly rate has been around for, I think, before that it was the commission rate. But like, why is it that there's only one way? Shouldn't there be like a stack of multiple different ways to do it? But as an industry, we've let ourselves fall into this hourly rate, and then it gets deconstructed because they want to know like salaries and overhead and all of that. And maybe there was a time that made sense for the industry, but if we're going to innovate, why would you use the old things? Why wouldn't you create new things?
I mean, one would think.
Yeah. So really pushing, and it's great. I have the opportunity, being part of the 4A's, working with the ANA, various committees, like bringing folks together. And I do think that this is the time, because again, rise of indies who have always kind of thought more creatively about this. The industry is paying attention and more willing and accepting of new models than they had been before. But we've been at it for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it's getting adapted. I still get we're a no timesheet agency, and I get a lot of like, how do you do that?
Well, no, it's a muscle memory thing. I mean, honestly, it is. Yeah. No, I get it. Old habits hard to break, but you can teach old dogs new tricks. That's for sure.
There's a whole new generation coming in as leaders, a new generation of agencies. This is the time.
Yep. No, I get it. All right, listen, I could talk to you all day, but I'm not going to do that. You are an amazing anchor for Boston, which is, you know how I feel about Boston. I think it's such a fun, great, talented market. And it has its unique spin to it, which I absolutely love. But you're also an anchor for the rest of the industry here in the United States and around the world for indies. So, Andrew, congratulations. Thanks so much for joining us, and keep on keeping on, my man.
Yeah, thank you. Love the hat, Doug. Always you have the best in the biz.
You know what? We're trying.